Yo, what is up, guys? It's Kevin, aka the Shimano. You already know the vibes. And in today's video, I'm gonna talk about how you can build muscle at home. If you guys want a plan of how I combined all of these into like one package deal, check out the link in my bio. Get one of my training plans. I basically combined all the things I'm gonna say in this video into one effective plan. Whether you're in the gym or at home, there's definitely a plan for you, so go check that out. So there's two main things you want to focus on when trying to build muscle at home, or just muscle in general. First, you want to have a stimulus that is taking you close or to failure. And basically the second thing is you want to be progressively overloading each workout, because if you're getting stronger, you're going to failure each workout, and you're not progressively overloading, each workout after that is going to get easier and easier. So if you add progressive overload, it's a way to make the workout harder. So in the video, I'm basically going to talk about ways that you could progressively overload at home. So the first method of progressive overload at home I'm going to talk about is increasing the weight. So obviously, if you have heavier dumbbells, heavier weights, then you just increase the weight like every single week, every time that you can increase it. So yeah, that's pretty much the easiest way. But there's another way, which I'll teach you guys in this video. So basically, if you guys have a backpack, which basically everyone does, basically get the backpack and you could put books in it, weights in it, and that could be your means of progressive overload. For example, if you have two 10-pound dumbbell weights, you put both of them in the bag, all of a sudden that's 20 pounds. And then next thing you know, you could add some of your school books each week. So it has extra weight that you're adding, which is progressive overload, which is going to make the bag heavier over time. So that's another way that you could progressively overload with the backpack. So yeah, that's the first tip. The second means of progressive overload at home is increasing the reps. So basically, usually people talk about working in the 5 to 15 rep range when you're in the gym for hypertrophy. But if you're at home and you have limited access to weights and stuff like that, you're gonna have to use higher rep ranges. It's like evident. So you might be working from like the 5 to 30 rep range. But if it's gonna push you close to failure, do it. Don't be that person that says, oh, I'm gonna do 15 reps when they know they could do way more than 15 reps. Push until you're to failure. If you have to do 20 reps to push you to failure, and you said you're gonna do 15, but you end up having to do 20, do 20 if it's gonna push you to failure. If it's gonna really push you and add that progressive overload and make it harder for yourself. So yeah, that's the second tip. Third means of progressive overload is sets. So basically, you could do less exercises with higher sets. So if you have access to limited equipment for you to do heavy enough, let's say regular rows, maybe all you could do is pull-ups and one-hand rows. Then you could literally do the pull-ups, chin-ups, and one-hand rows for 5 sets each, and it'll be a pretty effective workout. You don't only have to settle for 3 sets. You could go 4, 5, 6 sets for a couple exercises instead of doing multiple exercises for 3 sets. Because this is another way that you could progressively overload. You could also do 1 week you could do 3 sets, go up to the higher rep ranges for the push-ups or whatever exercise you're doing. The next thing you know, you do 4 sets, then you progressively overload like that. So that's another way you could progressively overload. The fourth way you can progressively overload is increasing the time under tension. So time under tension is basically how long you're under the exercise for. If you slow down the eccentric, which is the time going down, let's say on a push-up, you're gonna notice that you're gonna do a lot less reps when you're slowing it down instead of doing fast-paced push-up. You slow down the tempo, it makes workouts harder. So that's another way that you can progressively overload. You can increase the tempo, which is gonna make the workout harder, and you're gonna do less reps than you actually usually are capable of doing. So that's another way you could progressively overload. Let's say something like push-ups. You could probably do like 30 regular push-ups. Slow down the eccentric. You're gonna notice that you might not even be able to do half of that. So that's another way you could progressively overload pretty efficiently at home, especially with limited equipment and limited weight. So the fifth way you could progressively overload at home is incorporating supersets. So supersets is basically combining 2 exercises into one workout, so you do them back to back. So let's say you're doing a front squat, the gold block squat, and it's too light because you don't have heavy enough dumbbells. Do a wall sit before it to pre-exhaust the muscles, so that when you get into your gold block squat, it's going to be a lot more harder. And doing 2 workouts at once is also going to burn out the muscle, which is going to lead to more muscle gains. So this is another way that you could progressively overload at home. So you could start off with maybe doing one exercise and it gets too easy, so you add a superset to pre-exhaust the muscle before you get into that exercise again. And that's another way that you could progressively overload, make the workout harder. So yeah, so that's basically the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed these tips, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Tell me what video to make next, and my trimming plans are out.